Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA Heat. I'm speaking with Rico Verhoeven, and you guys know him as the Glory Heavyweight Kickboxing Champion, but he's going to be making his MMA debut on Monday. And Rico, thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So listen, I don't want to get the guy's name wrong. Who are you fighting at in which organization?
Oh, so you want to let me
Yes.
say it the wrong way? All right. So his first name is Victor Bogutsky, and his last name is something like Bogutsky or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Nice. And the organization is?
RXF.
RXF. Okay, so first question is obviously what led you to make the crossover? Because I know, people have asked about that before, and I even asked you about it when we saw you here in Los Angeles before your fight with Gita. So why now?
Yeah, why now? For me, it's just in the feeling I have it like in kickboxing is I fought everybody
Yeah.
and I've beaten everybody, so it's good to be the champ and staying the champ, but yeah, I just love to do different stuff and I love to search for new adventures and challenges. And I already tried pro boxing
Mhm.
and that was fun as well. So now it was for me this was the right moment to try MMA.
Nice. And now, did this company, did they call you, or did you seek them out because you felt like it was a place, a safe enough environment for you to start in without going to something huge right away?
Well, for us was it was more like we want something close to home, so
Hmm.
we were just looking around in Europe,
Yeah.
and these guys they have a nice production
Hmm.
they put up, so and they have the cage and everything.
Yeah.
So for what was fun for us for the whole story
Hmm.
was that my first big kickboxing fight was also in Romania.
Very
So
good.
it was just like a total fit. So we were like,
Yeah.
yeah, just yeah, give a shout out to these guys and see what they think. And of course, they were happy to have me.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do
Very.
it.
So what do you make of the matchup? I mean, is he a guy that is primarily a stand-up fighter, or did they right away give you somebody who's a great wrestler to go, hey, here you
Yeah,
go, go right
yeah.
into the deep end?
No, I think he also has the kickboxing
Mhm.
background, and he just switches up
Yeah.
sometimes. So he jumps up to kickboxing, back to MMA. So he just jumps around a little bit. And but for the fights that I saw from him were just mostly standing fights.
So where did you know, decide to do all your training? Were you back home in Holland?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just did all the training back in Holland. Yeah,
And so
so.
what was the most difficult part of, starting to pick up an MMA game? I just was kind of joking a minute ago about wrestling, but certainly I would imagine, as soon as you guys in glory, if somebody gets knocked down, obviously you step back a little and the guy gets to come up. And I'm just curious about that transition for you to working a ground game. How difficult was that?
Well, I've been training it now for a few years,
Hmm.
so it's not that it was the first time I've been training like grappling and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So for that, it wasn't new, but
Mhm.
like you said, I need to work on getting somebody to the ground or with punches or with kicks or
Yeah.
whatever, and then keep going. That's new,
Yeah.
but in the end, it still has to come in practice
Hmm.
because in a fight, it's always different.
Right.
In training it works, but in a fight it's different. So yeah, let's see how it works in the fight. I can predict anything that's gonna happen. So just gonna try. But in training, I trained with Gegard Musashi a
Yeah.
lot.
Good.
So so he helped me and gave me some feedback to work on some stuff. And yeah, it was great. It was fun.
Well, as you know, Gegard, one of our all-time favorites here at MMA Heat, and
Yeah.
we know how talented he is. Obviously, he had a tough outing the last time against Uriah, but he's such a talented guy, and he's so good at side control. He's so good at just feeling very heavy, the pressure. And
Yeah.
I imagine you're fighting in heavyweight, right? Or you didn't drop
Yeah.
down to light heavy, right?
It's not possible
No,
for
I was
me.
just gonna say you'd have to cut off a leg or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would imagine that that's something that he could probably teach you quite well, right? Because he, like I said, he's so commanding from that position.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But for me now, the things I've been working on
Mm.
were just keep it standing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the stand-up heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
So, and the only thing I can say, try to get me to the ground.
Yeah. So your
Yeah,
defense is good then.
yeah, definitely. If Gigard says my defense is good, I trust him. You
Yeah.
know, he says it's really difficult to get you to the ground.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's a big compliment coming from him.
Absolutely. No, he, like I said, we love him here. Actually, he said he's coming. He sent me a message the other day, said he's finally coming to LA. So
Oh,
we'll
nice.
get to see him. But, one thing we did see you the last time I mentioned earlier, that we saw you training here was with Anthony Hardonk. And that
Yeah,
was, whoa, that was like before you beat Gita. That was before the Glory show here in Los Angeles. So
yeah,
yeah,
single
so
up.
you've been putting in some time because that's something that we did talk about then. Did you come back here at all to the States and do any training, or you did it all over? You did it all in Holland?
No, I did it all in
Yeah.
Holland because yeah, we've been so busy. It's been crazy.
Hmm.
Been fighting for glory, of course, with the kickboxing, and yeah, that takes like the most of my time.
Right. Well,
But
somebody actually just today who was talking about doing more MMA is Tyrone Spong. There's a UFC fighter, Stipe Miocic, got hurt, and Tyrone, tweeted something about like, he'll go in and do it. And I know he's done MMA before as well. Did you talk to him at all? I mean, I don't know if you guys are,
no,
yeah.
no, I
Yep, I'm
haven't
like,
talked to him. I've just heard some rumors going on like him because now the fight is in Amsterdam, my next glory fight.
okay.
And I heard some rumors that he tried to put him against me. So
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was just gonna say, I'm like, for selfishly, for a fan perspective, I'd love to see you guys go in there and do that. But I understand that, maybe you're like, well, I'm not gonna call this guy and see how his transition into MMA went. But how like aggressively would you like to fight in MMA? Do you feel like you'll do this one and right away you would try to get back in there, or I know you have a glory fight scheduled as well, right?
yeah, yeah. So for me, it's just like I said, it's a new adventure. It's
Hmm.
just having fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's a new challenge. So maybe if I step in and I get hit with the small glove, I think like, oh, I don't like this. This is not fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and maybe I like it a lot. So
Right.
from from this fight, I'm gonna make future plans. I can't
Hmm.
say it right now because maybe if I don't like it, like for pro boxing was fun,
Yeah.
but for me, I had like the feeling I was missing something.
Hmm.
So because I love the kick, of course,
Right.
because it's like one of my strongest weapon,
Yeah.
the three strongest legs that I got. So yeah, for me that was fun, but it was
Hmm.
like okay, I can do it sometimes, but I would love to mix it up with kickboxing or either MMA, so
Yeah.
I can still kick. And now the MMA fight, we just said like, okay, let's try this. You know,
Hmm.
the pro boxing was fun, but now let's try something else.
Right.
Now we have the time. I fought like the 6th of June. I
Hmm.
fought in the for Glory, defended my title.
Yeah.
So now I had some time, and my next fight is gonna be in December for Glory. So yeah, let's see what happens in an MMA fight.
Did you watch the Glory Bellator show, that Dynamite?
Yeah, later I watched some fights
Yeah. What did you
on
think of that?
YouTube.
Putting both kind of fights on the same card.
Mm. It was yeah, it was okay, but
Yeah.
the it was like more a Bellator show than it was
Hmm.
a Glory show.
Right.
You know, there was I thought the level of the Glory fights
Hmm.
that were put on were not so high. You know,
Yeah.
and for the division I had was like put like me or a Nikki Holsken
Yeah.
or guys like that on a card like that as
Hmm.
well.
Hmm.
So, but in the end, the concept is perfect,
Yeah.
and I think it's even would be even more cool if you put like try to transition everything. So put MMA fighters in the
Oh
kickboxing
yeah.
ring and kickboxers in an MMA cage. You know, that would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, yeah, you'd really have to be careful about who you picked for that. Obviously, Gegard or somebody like that. That's kind of a cheat since he already had such a good kickboxing background. But yeah, there'd be some guys. that would be much more suited to just a straight up kickboxing fight.
Yeah, but if you look at the overall MMA fights
Mhm.
these days, 9 out of 10 get stand up fight. They
Right.
just want stand up fighting.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
that's
of
fair.
course you have some takedowns and stuff like
Right.
that, but they want to, even the fans, they want to see stand up fighting.
Yeah.
So, I think it would be fun.
Yeah. No, I think so too. Who do you like to watch? Obviously we like to watch you, but when you sit down and you want to watch a fight, who's exciting to you? Who do you like to watch?
Uh, who do I like to watch? Um, of course, I like Gegard. I like
Yeah.
his style because he's like close to my style
Hmm.
from the stand up part. He
Yeah.
really feels his distance
Yep.
really well, and that's what I like from a lot of fighters,
Hmm.
that when they feel the range, when to hit and not like Mayweather,
Yeah.
when to hit and when not to get hit.
When.
But a lot of fighters just stand toe to toe and just bam 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 bang. But it's not good for the head. That's
No.
one thing that's for sure.
No. Well, no, I
So
get. Go ahead.
and of course in the heavyweight, I love Cain Velasquez.
Hmm.
I love the way he just keeps on going.
Yeah.
His stamina is crazy.
Hmm.
So and from what I like is Roy Nelson,
Yeah.
because he doesn't look like a fighter, but
Right.
that guy can fight.
Yeah. He's got a hell of a chin.
Yeah, no doubt. So these are a few of my fighters that I really like to watch.
Nice. Well, one thing too about Gegard is his composure. You never see him panic in there. And something that I saw on your website, you have a quote about having a quick temper will make a fool of you soon enough. Is that something that you've had to
Yeah.
work to control? I mean, are you a guy that has a short temper and you have to consciously think about not
No,
blowing your fuse?
definitely. No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. It's just it's like more a quote for my opponents,
Hmm.
because they're always all talking about me. They're gonna knock me out and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And that temper, it will kill you
Yeah.
sooner or later. So because especially in the heavyweight game, that's why I like Kane so much. His stamina, he always has more stamina than his opponent.
Yeah.
And like you see in 9 out of 10 fights, that's the most important. It's the first round. You can hit, you can blow, and you can give everything. But like in the Alistair versus what's his name, Travis Brown fight,
Hmm.
Alistair just went in 100%,
Right.
and he gave everything, and Travis just took everything for the first round. And
Hmm.
then after that, you know, he just he,
Get.
he blew himself up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, what happens then?
No, you do have to stay composed, and it was tough for Kane down in Mexico. Fabricio went there and put a lot more time in. We've pretty much all of us have decided we don't need heavyweight fights at altitude anymore because
No,
that doesn't do anybody any favors. But I
no.
agree with you, Kane is tremendous. So, out of your whole career, do you have a favorite fight of your own?
My favorite fight. Phew. Um, I think for me, mentally,
Yeah.
was the fight versus Semmy Schilt.
No. He's huge.
Yeah, he's huge. I lost that fight by
He's
points,
not
but
human though, Rico. He's
no.
gigantic. He's literally he's like
I,
7 feet
I,
tall, right?
I know, but can you imagine, like, having a stare? So you walk to the center of the ring. You
Yeah.
have a stare down with this man, and you look up like this, and just think in your mind, like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Doesn't matter how big you are, I'm gonna kick it.
Right, right.
But that the picture doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
you're the smaller guy looking up. I'm gonna kick your ass,
Right.
big
Yeah,
guy.
you're going down, big man. Yeah, yeah. I can't even
So
imagine. I can't
so,
imagine.
but for me, mentally, that was such an important step in my career,
Yeah.
because um, one thing is, like, he told me later that night that his toughest fight, that because it was in a tournament,
Hmm.
his toughest fight that night was versus me.
Yeah. Nice.
So that was a big compliment. And he said, I think in 2 years or something, you're gonna be champion.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was like, if this guy doesn't knock me out, who will?
Yeah.
And yeah, from that I mentally just grew so much. And yeah, he retired after that tournament, and I become champion right after. So yeah, so that was perfect. It was just meant to be.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Well, I don't know, are they going to televise your fight in the States or online around the world so people can watch your MMA?
Um, I believe it's gonna be on a site called Fightbox.
Okay.
Fightbox, but I'm gonna put it on Twitter,
On
on
Twitter, yeah, we'll make
Instagram, and
sure.
everything. I'm gonna put it up everywhere,
Nice.
and it's of course it's gonna be in Europe and
Yeah.
in the Romanian television it will be seen. But I'm not. The only thing I know for sure is it's gonna be a live stream on Fightbox. So
Okay, perfect. Very nice. Well, best of luck
yeah,
to you. It's great catching up with you, and I'm sorry we woke the baby.
yeah, no problem. It
And
happens, you know.
if you do make it stateside again, if you're over here with Anthony or anybody, make sure you let us know.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's always fun catching up with you guys, and who knows, we're gonna catch up some more when I step over to MMA
For
one day.
sure. Awesome. Can't wait. Can't
All
wait.
right, thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
night.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye bye.